What's up everyone, this is Wasim from the Tech Boys and I have a full review of the HTC First for AT&T. So here we have the HTC First. It is $99 with a 2-year contract. You can pick up the HTC First in a whole bunch of colors including white, black, red, and blue. This is the first device running Facebook Home out of the box. Just going over the hardware, it has a 4.3-inch 720p display, a 1.4 GHz dual-core processor, 1 GB of RAM, and 16 gigs of storage. On the back is a 5 megapixel camera with flash, and on the front is a 1.6 megapixel front-facing camera. It is made by HTC, close by Facebook of course, and it has a very soft touch plastic. It's definitely not premium, but it doesn't feel cheap. It feels well made, even though it's plastic, of course. But I love the curved edges. It feels really good in the hand and comfortable. And it's also really nice not to have an oversized device. So this is a really good device to fit in the hand. If you don't want a big device, you're probably gonna like the HTC First. And as far as the hardware, there is a volume rocker on the left hand side, the headphone jack, as well as the power button on the top, your charging port and your micro SIM tray on the right side, and of course your speaker is going to lie on the bottom, and nothing on the back other than the camera and HTC, Facebook, and AT&T branding. So taking a look at the software, this is running Facebook Home. Facebook Home does show you notifications on the main screen. You can swipe them away or you can group them with other notifications. And below is going to be basically your Facebook profile. You can swipe up to get to your applications. So these are all your panels that you can customize with your favorite apps. And if you go to the far left, these are all the applications built in to your device. And toward the top, you'll be able to post a status, your photo, or check in to a location. And you also have a shortcut to your most recent app, which would be on the left, as well as your settings. So Facebook Home does have a cover feed. Your cover feed is going to include your friends' Facebook statuses, pictures, and more, as well as some Instagram pictures. So this is all included with Facebook Home. If you wanted to like a status update or a post, you just double tap, and the physics engine of Facebook Home is really good. I really hadn't any lag with this engine, so I mean I give Facebook credit for making Facebook Home run really smooth on the HTC First. Now a lot of people aren't really into Facebook. So another thing you can do with this device is you can go to your home settings and you could turn off Facebook Home. So when you do turn it off, you do jump into Android. So once you go home, go to Android Launcher and Always, you will get stock Android. So this is a really nice way to get around Facebook Home and just use this device as a stock Android device, and it will make it a really nice phone, because if you're not really into Facebook, this is going to be perfect for you. This is definitely not the fastest phone, but it has a nice screen, a good camera, and with stock Android it just feels very zippy. But of course you can always go back and relaunch Facebook Home, and we're back in Facebook Home. So again, the software is okay. If you're really into Facebook, I can see you like it, but the software is really in your face and there's really no way to get around it without disabling it. As far as the camera, it's a 5 megapixel camera, so it's not going to take the most stunning photos, but for everyday shots it should work fine. So it takes pretty good photos for every day. Definitely not as good as like the HTC One or the iPhone 5. But it takes really nice photos, and the camera interface is pretty easy to use, and you have panorama, your video recorder, and other settings like your flash. And the HTC First makes really good call quality, just like any other AT&T phone. I haven't had any dropped calls. Data speeds has been very fast. Battery life is really good on the HTC First. I've had no problem getting through a full day of use. So that 2000 milliamp hour battery really lasts you through the whole day. Unfortunately, there is no expandable storage, so you are stuck with 16 gigs. But again, for most people, 16 gigabytes should be sufficient, and for a $99 phone is a pretty good deal. And like I said, performance, the phone is very zippy, the processor is fast enough to run Facebook Home as well as stock Android if you prefer that route, and the camera is pretty good for a 5 megapixel, and does good for everyday photos. Alright guys, this has been my review of the HTC First. So this device is really not made for very techie people. It's made for just everyday consumers that really love to use Facebook and would like it at the centerpiece of their phone. So this is really that kind of device. Or if you don't really want to spend a lot of money for a phone, $99 will give you stock Android if you do disable it. And it's honestly a good phone. I could probably use this phone as a daily driver. That's if and when I disable Facebook Home. But of course, there are better options, like the even Galaxy S3 for $99 now. The iPhone 4S is also another good option for $99, as well as the HTC One X for $99 as well. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next video, and let me know what you think about the HTC First in the comments below.